What is going on, YouTube? And welcome back to the ClearCryptos education channel. My name is T. Haas from the Crypto Shop. And of course, I got my man Jay Seals with me. What's going on, brother?
What's going on, everybody?
Man, oh man, oh man. The CPI day has arrived and people want to know, was it bullish? Was it bearish? Myself and Justin are going to break down our thoughts. You guys don't forget to drop a comment in the comments down below. Let us know your thoughts on CPI. You agree or disagree? Justin, take us through the article, man.
All right. So here is the inflation breakdown for March of 2023. So inflation continued to retreat in March as energy prices pulled back from a year ago when they began to spike due to the Russia invasion of Ukraine. But swings in gasoline and other energy mask price pressures that, while easing, remain under the surface, economics said. It's improving, the economy is cooling, but it's still far from tepid, Diane Swant, chief economist at KPMG, said of inflation. So let's look at the chart real fast. So we got our very much our enemy right now. The enemy of the state or inflation is eggs at 36%. That is absolutely ridiculous. 36% on eggs, Jesus Christ. But then you got margarine, frozen vegetables, airfare. The list goes on, right? But then we come down to all items less energy and food, and we're at 5.6. So that right there is the core inflation, 5.6. Headline inflation was at, I believe, 5% exactly. So, and that's your all items right here at 5%. So the Fed has been looking at core inflation. They don't care about the headline inflation, which is 5%, which is why economists think that inflation has become a little bit sticky. So we continue to read on. The consumer price index is a gauge of inflation and rose by 5% in March relative to 12 months earlier. The index measures price changes across a broad basket of consumer goods and services such as food, housing, electronics, and recreation. The latest annual reading declined from 6% in February, so we're down a whole percentage point, which is good, right? It's coming down, but the reduction doesn't mean prices fell. They're still rising, just more slowly than a year ago, but still good. While still painfully high, inflation has eased significantly from its peak of more than 9% in June, said Mark Zandi, chief economist of Moody Analytics. Inflation seems poised to fall back to policymakers' target this time next year, barring any unforeseen derailments, he said. So by this time next year, we should be back to a normal 2%. Now, in this current CPI data, what drove it this month happened to be housing. So that's the reason why it went crazy. And, the market, it initially reacted pretty positively to CPI. We saw the market take off. And then people read what was in the report and it's all back down. So, it is what it is, besides other things that happened today. But Hobbs, what are you feeling about CPI? Just to answer the question, I still think that CPI was bearish, not bullish. But, you might have something else, something different. So what you got?
Yeah, I mean, I have to agree with Justin. It took me a while to come on over here. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a perma bull, right? But I have to agree. I mean, anytime you got the headline number, right, being one thing, and then the core number, when you take away certain things that the Fed can actually control, right? When you take away things that the Fed can't control, and then you look at the things that the Fed is trying to control with interest rate hikes, and you realize that that inflation is proven to stick around, be a little sticky, then you start to second guess, like, okay, if this isn't happening right away, the 2% goal that the Fed is married to means that we're going to be married to that 2% goal, which means that two things have to happen. In order for inflation to come down, interest rates have to continue to rise. They have to stay higher for longer, right? And if those two things don't work, the Fed's never going to pivot. That's basically what the market is facing right now. It's at war of whether or not the Fed's going to pivot, or whether or not he's going to pause, or whether or not he's going to continue to raise rates. That's the ultimate question. If the data is telling us it's not coming down, then I have to believe the data. No matter what your feelings are, you have to trust the data. And that's what the Fed is trusting. And if that's what he's looking at, he has to be bearish on this situation. That being said, moving forward, what do we expect? We expect a 25 basis point hike. Most people thought that it would be the last one. I am no longer of that belief, especially after reading the FOMC minutes, that you might want to check out our previous video that you can throw in the cards above, and check out the FOMC minutes video, right? And look at that. That being said, guys, don't forget to tell us what you think in the comments down below. Hit the like and subscribe button. Come back and see myself and Justin on the ClearCryptos educational channel. But that's all we have for this video. We'll catch you on the next one. Peace.